If you're going through a breakup, there are a couple important things that we need to talk about and need to do if you want to save that relationship. I know you're probably chomping at the bit to start sending the text messages and start convincing your partner that they should come back together with you and all that sort of stuff, but let's take a deep breath here and collect our thoughts before we start moving forward here. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. Now, I know that you are probably very eager to get the whole process of communicating and reconnecting and getting a future figured out and all that sort of stuff. But before we do that, we need to take a moment to look at you. That's right, at you. Now, this is something that I think a lot of people do gloss over and overlook, but we want to take a moment to make sure that you are in a good place emotionally to be undertaking this endeavor. Because one thing I can tell you is that getting back together with your partner after a breakup is never a smooth process. There are going to be bumps in the road. There are going to be challenges, twists and turns. There are going to be moments when it seems like everything is falling apart. There's going to be moments when everything seems as if it's going to be amazing, and there's going to be everything in between. This is not going to be a straight linear path. This is probably going to be a confusing, twisting roller coaster of a journey. And the reason why is because your partner is going through this process of learning how to trust themselves, how to trust you, and how to trust in a future together with you. And they're naturally going to be feeling doubts and hesitations and concerns along that way that are going to question a lot of the beliefs that they had about why they needed to break up with you. So just be aware that this is going to happen, and we need to make sure that you are in a very good place to move forward with all of this. Before we get into all of that, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you like these videos that we do. It means a lot to me, and it's a totally free way to support a guy with his YouTube channel. It is not uncommon for people to find themselves in what we would call damage control mode after a breakup. You know, they are panicked. They are afraid that they are losing this person that is very important to them. They are afraid that this life that they saw, this vision that they saw for how life could be, is being snatched away from them, many times unexpectedly or without explanation. And it's understandable that you could be going through that. And many times after a breakup, people will do a lot of things that, don't help them out. They might beg and plead. They might write, heartfelt, emotional letters. They might buy gifts. They might send flowers. They might, try to convince their partner and try to have conversations that really, try to sway them over and persuade them into wanting to have a future together. But before you do that, you need to take a moment and say, okay, obviously something wasn't working in this relationship, and now you find yourself in this place where you are suddenly single. And rather than acting from a place of panic, we need to take a deep breath and say, okay, no matter what, I'm going to be okay. No matter what, things can work out, even if I do not see the finish line right now, even if I do not see how this is all going to work out, even if I do not know the ending of this story, with intention, with moving forward, with taking the right actions and making the right choices, I can have a happy ending to my love story. But first, I have to trust in myself. I have to trust that things are going to be okay, and I need to take care of myself. Because if you are acting from a place of panic, if you are acting from a place of what can I get from you? What can I get from you? How can I get you to commit to me? How can I get you to change your mind? How can I get you to make a decision? How can I get you to want me back? Then that's going to have a very clingy, needy kind of energy. I know that you're not needy or clingy yourself, but it is going to come across that way to your partner, and it is going to entrench them further into their decision to stay broken up with you. And obviously, I do not want that to happen for you. And regardless of how this goes, if you get back together or don't, I want you to be in a good emotional place. So you have to take some time to check in with yourself and to say, okay, what is the right thing for me right now? What is it that I need to do? This whole experience of a breakup can trigger a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities, and things like that. If you have issues of worthiness or something, okay, boom, that could be showing up right now. If you have issues about, I think men are all this way, I think women are all that way, I have this bleak worldview about how everything is just Darwinian, transactional, blah, 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 then that could be getting triggered right now. And I want you to ask yourself, is this the world that I want to step into? Is this the life and worldview that I want to take on and step into and create for myself? If it is, okay, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you to do something that is obviously working for you and making you happy. But If these sorts of thoughts, if these sorts of beliefs, if these sorts of concerns are not working out for you, it can probably be very helpful for you to take a little bit of a time out. Now, obviously, if you are in damage control mode, it is probably going to be beneficial for you to not be in contact with your partner for a period of time so that you can get your emotions under control. I'm not saying to just passively do no contact and wait for them to contact you and just circle some date on the calendar and just agonizingly count the days until it's there, but I want you to actively engage in your healing process. Call into doubt certain beliefs, question them, explore what you think your limits are, explore what you think you are capable of, and push yourself to discover more about yourself and learn how to trust yourself, learn how to have this great relationship with yourself. Because as cliche as it may sound, the relationship that you have with yourself is going to be the best relationship that you have throughout your life if you put in the time to do that. Because if you don't believe in yourself, other people won't believe in you. If you don't love yourself, other people won't love you. If you don't have the way of treating yourself with respect and compassion, why should other people treat you with respect and compassion? If you don't have boundaries for yourself, why should other people respect your boundaries, etc.? So make sure that you are putting in the time to develop this wonderful relationship with yourself. This is absolutely critical, absolutely important, and no matter how this goes, this is something that I absolutely want to leave you with. Now, up next, we're going to talk about connecting and re-establishing communication with your ex. This is going to be very important, re-sparking this communication and re-sparking the connection. We're going to talk about this in a way that is probably overlooked by a lot of other people, but this is what we're going to be talking about right over here in this video. So please check out this video next. This is a must-watch video in this series. Take care, and I'll talk to you in that video.